Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another scene for the Living World of Darkness Changeling. This scene will take place at Winter's Hearth, right at Khan's freehold. It is in Manhattan, and for those in the know, you have been told that to get in, you need to go to it's basically a kind of quite quiet area of a subway, and there is an elevator. You go into the elevator, you press the entry 1453, and then you will be taken up for about 17 seconds, in which you will get really, really, really cold, and then you will enter the dreaming. And yeah, these two will arrive, and we will start our scene with them.
Adding urine doesn't come with just two. If it is, open to all, he comes with about 8 other individuals.
Cool.
But I'll leave that up to SD discretion when he gets here, because I'm not sure if all of them would like to be present. So
Mhm.
I'm not gonna force them.
Sure. As you enter, as you exit, a cold blast of air hits you, and you are on top of a rocky outcrop, a crag. To one side of you, there is a sheer drop. In front of you, there is a winding path that goes down a spine of rock up to the crag, and on your left, there is a tower surrounded by a keep. In front of the keep, there is, well, no, in fact, the keep is made of dark stone and is uncommonly has a lot of chimerical ravens, basically kind of perched all over it, who look at you and caw. Some of them look at you and their eyes do not leave you. And there are 2 banners hanging on either side of the gate, long, thin black banners with a silver dragon on it, the sigil of House Iliel.
Okay. I'm not sure what's going on, but
yeah, I guess immediately after that you can arrive.
Sure. Yeah, Donna will make her way through. She's seen all this before, so no need for description there. But the main thing about her at this point is, if it was indeed open to all, yeah, she's walking in with a certain troll that is in fact rather familiar to Ryder, being as how he tried to kill him once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she brought her only retinue with her. So, and his name is Greg, by the way. She's brought him.
Wait,
and she had
what?
His name is Greg. The name of the troll is. I know the name has changed. I think we forgot it once, and then I found it again. But by then he was Greg.
I'll be right back.
There is another troll here called Greg, who is my butler.
Well, I guess we have 2 trolls named Greg.
Fascinating.
And impressive, right?
Yeah.
Apparently it's quite the troll name these days. But no, so yeah, she walks in. She's walking with him. She does in fact have her stand, the 2 owls on her shoulder, and she actually does have Trubbish with her. She is she would have asked ahead of time if this was some kind of formal gathering or if it's more casual. You'd have to tell me how it is, because she would have dressed appropriately.
Ryder will say as formal as you would like.
That is the best thing to tell her. She walks in she's just walks in basically wearing a pair of khakis, and with tons of pockets, as one might expect, and like a big shirt. She's not dressed up at all. And the 2 owls on her shoulder. Trubbish is following her. He has a bow tie on, a little red plaid bow tie, which is probably pretty new, as I'm sure nobody's ever seen this yet. And when you get close, it doesn't just smell like trash at this point. It also smells like air freshener, almost as if someone tried to freshen him up before she came in. But there's still the trash smell because he's still a Trubbish. But yeah, she just kind of walks in and will stand just inside the door, kind of looking around, see what's what.
You will walk up to the portcullis that will be then. A head will appear over the top, and you will see a troll that you don't recognize. He is very well dressed and looks quite stoic and has a big mustache.
Okay.
And he will say, "Who goes there?"
Well, definitely not me. I would never, ever come to this party. As she,
Look for hesitation.
Huh?
You must be the Dame Donna. The master of the freehold has told me he was expecting you. And the portcullis will begin grinding open.
Yeah, she's like standing there, obviously looking up to him, because as every troll is, they're all way bigger than her. And she just kind of looks and she's just like, this is a party, right? Why would you close this every time that somebody comes in?
Because I don't want to play NPCs kind of without permission. Ryder will at this point walking across the hallway, across the keep. It's much more tidy now, and Ryder's wearing what looks like very nice, kind of like noble clothing. And he will say, "For security, Donna, I'm a wanted man."
You're a wanted man? Who wants you?
Everybody. Come on in. Who is that? I know your face from somewhere. He's looking at Greg.
Do you think? Probably because you met him the same time I did.
Huh.
And she'll look and be like, Greg, do you want to go ahead with Trubbish? And he just nods, and Trubbish will go like off with him. He just moves off to talk to some commoners or something, you know? He's my friend.
Oh, well, it's nice you've got one.
Yeah, I'm a sad, desperate person. How sad it is, the ways I have to make friends.
Yeah, I bet you probably live in a lonely tower. Anyway, I can hear some more people outside. Gregory, open the gate. And the gate will be opened if Anurian and his retinue wish to enter, then they may. Are you there, Rob?
I did say he was stepping away at one point, but I'm not sure if...
No, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
It appears the Gwydians are taking their time. But anyway, so...
Okay. Apparently now he's entering.
Okay. You there, mate? Okay.
I have no idea. There's something going on here.
Rob, we can't hear you, and we're not sure what's happening.
Is there anything on the side?
No. Anyway, Ryder, we can't hear you, mate. Try again.
Yeah, he left super fast and got back super fast.
I booted him and kicked him, but let him back in to see if it would work.
I don't know. Yeah, I thought I would just look at him and be like, well, I did feel as though it was sort of a commitment for me to be here, really. Congratulations.
That's quite all right. Just checking on your investment.
I didn't say anything. I'm not like that.
I will pay you back. You do not have to worry.
I wasn't worried.
Good. Maven seemed very pleased with my proposition.
So I hear, based on many, many announcements.
I'm just so glad that finally we're getting back to some kind of good traditional values. Things have been so disrupted recently. There's been so many disruptive forces in the county. It's nice to just get back to things how things should be, you know? You definitely
Right.
get a kind of like slightly sardonic attitude from Ryder, which is obvious as he's a member of the Unseelie Court.
Yeah, she just kind of looks at him and she's like, you know, everything you do has multiple meanings.
Oh, I'm not that complex a person.
Maybe you should stop lying.
Why? Where's the fun in that? Are you there, Rob? Can you hear us? I would try leaving and coming back.
Let's just say that I fully trust in your ability to get something out of everything you do.
Well, okay. All right, I'll boot him so he can come back if he needs. I've booted Rob so he can come back if he needs to.
Right.
Ryder will just say, so have you got any good commoners under your belt?
Only the absolute worst ones possible.
Yeah. Well, you don't have much to choose from in Queens. Yeah.
I didn't really pick. I mean, I may have requested one or two, but you know, most of them, everybody needs help. I don't care. Everybody deserves to feel safe, you know? I got my dad, though.
Oh, well, that's hilariously weird.
Yeah, but you know what? It's fine. I would have taken care of him anyway,
Yeah.
as much as he would of me, so it's cool. Besides, maybe I can get him to help with some of the other ones who need to learn more about some stuff.
Hey, can you hear us?
Yep.
Oh
Okay,
my god,
cool.
there you are.
There were the reason we booted you. There was funny noises coming from the coming from your mic.
We weren't really sure what was going on over there.
So what has happened is you are basically outside a keep on top of a rocky outcrop. The portcullis has been raised, and you can see a kind of light mingling in the courtyard.
I'm still waiting for Machan's reply, just really quick.
Reply to what?
I asked him a question of who assigned would come with Anna Urine to this. Because he's been assigned commoners under this new legislation.
Oh yeah, I mean we all have.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we just say, for now, the commoners are mingling somewhere else, and we'll continue with the scene.
Ah, that works.
Yeah. Yeah, and you would have seen her Trubbish, who is strangely enough wearing a bow tie, a red plaid bow tie. What was kind of wandered off with this big, kind of ugly troll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you'd see that walking away from Donna, but her owls are still with her.
I think the perfect introduction for Anna Urine in this case would be to come out of the area and see Trubbish walking away, and you hear an ooh, and Anna Urine has picked up Trubbish again, and has done ooh da 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 da.
Well, you would notice he doesn't smell just like trash this time. He smells like trash and air freshener mixed.
Still,
Hey, yeah, well, that's fine. Yeah, she's just kind of looking, and then she'll grin because, I mean, honestly, I think he won over Donna just because he didn't treat Trubbish like crap.
and then of course he will put Trubbish down very gently and sort of wipe his hands very subtly on the back, whatever he's wearing.
Yeah, and Donna would just kind of wave to him from where she's standing with Ryder.
And he'll wave back.
Hey, did you meet him? As she looks to Ryder.
Oh, yes. We had a very entertaining conversation. Thought I'd invite him. I've got to look out for the squire of my old friend Jared.
Jared isn't the worst thing, you know.
I didn't say he was. I said he was my old friend.
Yes, and Apuka knows untruths.
Then Apuka knows the reasons for saying untruths and does not need to point them out constantly.
Well, this Puka can. Hi, and you're in.
Hello.
Hi,
As he
Anurin.
comes walking up.
If you would like, I have some table scraps you could show some affection to.
Hey, any table scraps you don't want, he would love to eat.
Things that hard over in the Bronx.
Are you talking about me or your friend?
Well, I was talking about my friend. If Ryder's going to imply something about you, that's up to him.
Indeed.
I'm just trying to look out for you. You're more than welcome to our table scraps anytime, either of you.
Are you saying that Dame Donna's friend is not cute? Right.
Me and Trubbish go way back. Not
Nah.
married.
We totally didn't all meet at the same time.
But anyway, how was your trip over? Isn't Manhattan wonderful this time of year? The skyscrapers blot out the dark and moody sky almost completely.
They do. They don't do anything for the cold.
You know what? I quite like the cold though. I like to be reminded that it's winter.
Let it
Either
go.
of you guys want a drink?
Go.
Oh, I see. Have you taken this one from another table?
Hello, A. I don't know who you are. Sorry. Everybody is invited. It is open party at a freehold in Manhattan.
It's me.
Oh, okay.
It is I.
It's A.
Question. Who of those assigned to Anirin would have come with Anirin to this?
Did he invited them?
Mm-hmm.
Let me check who would, because I need to find the face claims for them as well. Give me a few seconds. You guys continue.
We've kind of put the commoners off to a kid table at the moment. So
Oh yeah, they're like at the kid table. A couple of them arrived. I don't know who, but like a couple of them would have arrived.
So, drinks? Gregory,
Absolutely not.
drinks for my friends.
Greg seems to be a popular name.
and
Right.
Anirin is just raising an eyebrow at Dame Donna.
You must forgive Donna Anirin. She can't help it.
Should I not?
Yes, I'm just a poor, terrible, terrible puka. It's so awful being what I am.
I didn't say that. I was asking, should I accept a drink from Ryder's own table?
Well, I would say that is a terrible choice. I mean, you can't expect him to keep up hospitality rules or anything.
Really?
Exactly. If I was to poison you, I'd hardly do it at my own party, would I?
Precisely what I was thinking.
No, if I were to poison you, I'd probably sneak into your house at night, put it in your morning milk. There's all sorts of ways you can poison and murder somebody, but probably at your own party is bad form, really.
Maybe we shouldn't be talking about murdering at the party.
Maybe it's my party and I'll talk about whatever I like. Thank you.
He has a point.
You do have a point. But there's also the point that, well, I mean, I was assuming you expected some kind of manners.
I was just talking hypothetically. I'm
Oh,
not talking
right.
about brutally murdering a squire. At least not this one.
I do thank you for that.
You honestly have nothing to worry about. Except that troll over there, and she'll point towards Donna's friend. He can be very violent sometimes.
So can you put in the right situation?
Greg don't like violence.
Yeah, I had Greg walk away with Trubbish. But he can be close enough to have heard, that's fine.
No, it's fine. I was just joking.
Ryder says, I resent that, Donna. I have the capacity to be violent in almost every situation. Thank you very much.
Oh, my bad.
So, who else have you two invited? And you've bought my gifts, I assume.
Of course I did. What are you talking about? Besides, why are you asking for gifts? That's terribly rude.
I'm not asking for gifts. It's my birthday.
Oh, right. Right. Totally your birthday.
Is it actually your birthday?
Yeah. Why do you think I'm having a party? I just have random parties.
It's a housewarming.
Yeah, you did tell me this was a housewarming.
Well, that's because I didn't want to put you on the spot and brag about it being my birthday.
It's not a.
And here I thought you were so honest and open.
Why did you think that? I've literally told you lots of times that I'm not honest or open. Then you're surprised every time I lie. You make it too easy.
Fair.
I think he has just a lot of joy in disappointing people.
Ryder just nods with a smile on his face. It's one of
I'm
life's
still
biggest gifts.
I'm still rather new to this county. I don't have much, but he'll take out a point of dross. You may have this.
Ryder looks at the dross.
Yeah, and Donna just kind of looks at the dross, looks at Ryder, looks at the dross, then shakes her head just a tiny bit to Ryder.
Ryder will take the dross. Thank you, noble she. Your generosity. Now I can eat all winter. I thank you so much.
All
You're so generous.
all winter? You mean like every day here, since this place is freezing cold most of the time?
I know it's not a lot. You don't need to patronize.
Ryder will hand him the dross back. It's quite alright. I was fucking with you. However, for the record, if you ever do get me a gift for my birthday, don't give me a bloody dross.
I don't have much.
You don't have to have much. You just put some thought into your gifts for your friends. It's okay though. It's
Wait.
my birthday.
Did you just call him your friend?
Yeah.
She just shakes her head at him.
Yeah, we're like best buddies.
You need to learn the right words for what you're doing.
Don't be jealous, Donna. It's cringy.
Oh, believe me, I'm not jealous.
That's what someone that is jealous would say, though.
Yes, except that, I never lie. She grins. Just that big puka grin.
That's a lie. She does lie all the time, Squire.
I do not.
Okay. Am
Can
I
you guys see my
trustworthy?
screen?
Yeah, we can see
There's
it.
this. Anna Urine at this point is just this big ball of the black scribbles emoji. That's what he is.
You mean like extra confused?
Yeah.
And there's kind of a lot of history between these two. What can I tell you?
I can't actually see your image, Armachan. I can see it down
Yeah.
below, but I can't see it in the thing.
Weird. Let
I
me
just see
reload
black.
it. Let me reload it.
And StreamYard is being annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think of the new proposition you're in? Your boss seemed to be mighty pleased with it. I just feel that it's such a good thing to get back to traditional values. There have been so many disruptive forces in the country.
That was actually something Donna did while he was talking.
If you need a cough swee, I can get you one. Or a glass of water. But
I'm still waiting for the drink.
It'll come. Be patient. God, you're so demanding. Go get me a drink. Don't lie. Be my friend. God.
You don't want to be my friend. I've accepted this.
Well, why would I want to be your friend?
Exactly.
Can we just not make the conversation about you all the time? I'm trying to have a nice conversation with young... What's your name again?
He's
Also,
very
for the
sorry,
record-
Squire. As she looks to Edgar. He's very sorry. He's irrepressible. You can't stop him.
So the Then, does your butler allows people to enter, Robbie?
Yeah, basically. Also, is
A,
my butler also called Greg the Troll, or is it the same person?
it's your troll is also called Greg
Dark.
the Troll. There's two Gregs, it seems.
Cool.
Um, a Boggin enters and he actually says, Countess Maven, Axelrod ni Alunid, Countess of the New Hope in New York City, has arrived.
Ryder will go to the entrance to greet her personally.
Donna will take a step closer and drop into a curtsy.
When Maven appears, Ryder will do a deep bow.
And Aaron will follow.
When people see the nobility is like bowing, they start bowing as well. There was a Boggin, Maven, and this troll behind her, and she says, Sir Ryder, it is a pleasure to see you again.
Countess Maven, always an honor. I had not expected you at my humble abode.
How can I not arrive at this beautiful gathering?
Allow me to introduce you to there may be some of my guests who you have not yet met.
I will be very happy to do that, actually. She says with a smile, and the Erin you see in appearance 5 she is there's something about her is like looks kind of confident. She carries herself with a immense charisma. She's wearing this beautiful ornate sheepplate armor. Actually, no, she's not wearing a sheepplate. Hell no. I was just mistaken. I'm sorry. She's wearing this like beautiful gown. The troll behind is wearing some kind of like a leather armor, but like it looks also a bit more than a leather armor. She doesn't have any visible weapons, but there is this like bit Ilunidness on her that Gwydians kind of know. You know, like that crooked smile. She has that. At least this is at first glance, but yeah. Where does Ryder takes Maven?
Ryder will take Maven over to the little noble chat, which includes Donna and Anna Urin.
While this is happening, I also want to say there are other nobles, but like I just don't know. I don't want to play like 10,000 of them.
Yeah, let's just say some of the alleles turned up and some of the nobles Ryder knows, and they're off chatting with each other. And yeah.
She comes and waits for Ryder to introduce her to the enemy.
You of course know Dame Donna, and this is. I do apologize, Squire. What was it again?
He smiles, and it's a bit of a hard smile. There's a bit of tension in the cheeks before he bows before the Countess. I am Squire Anayurin Stormspear of Gwydion. Jarek's new squire and a new member of the Bronx barony under Baron Demavend.
Stormspear. Your family is from the Red Branch Knights.
Well, there it is. Out of character. There it is. Yes, my lady.
I actually have met with many Red Branch Knights. I'm very happy to see another prospect of them has arrived to the city. You, your father. mm, he says like her name, her mother's name, and father's name. She seems to be well educated about Jersey. County of the what was the barony's name?
In the barony of Liberty Gardens.
Barony of the Liberty Gardens. You're son of a high nobles, honored among the community.
Yes, my lady. Though my parents' recent discretions aside, I do wish to serve the city of Apples to the best of my ability.
I didn't hear about any discretions, but I just think they're probably rumors. But I'm very happy that you actually chose to serve our city. I have heard you took more than your fair share as a squire.
I have the hands and the time. I support this recent legislation very much.
I'm happy to hear it. Actually, I talked with Sir Jared today, and he also supports it. I'm happy to have House Gwydion and the Flaming Falcon order the Flaming Falcon sporting me.
It was a wise piece of legislation, Countess.
Came by a wise knight. And he looks at the, alleles gathered and says, a wise baron and a baroness.
I'm just so glad. Oh, God. I'm just so glad that we can get back to some form of traditional values. There's been so much disruption in the county recently. It's good to have some order, things people can understand, some consistency.
I agree. We had many problems, especially with the Tulane. No Catane land problem is going to be solved quite soon. We will have order back in our county, and development will rise even more. I see my old squire and new dame is here as well, as she looks at Donna.
Well, yes, but I didn't want to, interrupt Your Excellency.
Yeah, you Donna the meeting. It's completely okay, Donna.
Sure. Let me just mention something though. While they were having this conversation,
Mhm.
Donna was probably she was trying so hard not to smirk a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. How is Baron Alexander? Hopefully, he is very nice, very very okay.
He is busy planning, of course. He is planning many parties and many wars. At the same time, you might as well have both. Balance,
And then she turns to Ryder and says, "How is Baron Hamilton and Baroness Cyrus?"
He is doing well. I bring you their greetings. They are honored to have you in their barony.
She nods, and then she turns to the Anirin, and says, "I hope Baron Demavand is all right as well."
He does seem to be.
How does Anirin look?
He looks concerned to be suddenly surrounded by Everyone that outranks him,
Hmm.
that's not of his house?
Please send my regards to the Baron Demivan and say that I'm actually very surprised to see that the Esquire looks after 6 people, 6 commoners.
It is honestly no trouble. And it is part of my purpose here.
Well, hopefully everyone will take more. I will continue visiting the other nobles. She says, "It was a pleasure, Sir Ryder. Your hospitality is," she looks around, "is fabulous."
Thank you. There are drinks inside, but my butler will be sure to bring you some.
She nods, she smiles at Donna, and then nods at Anirin, and slowly leaves.
Yeah, Donna gives her like a big grin, but then bows her head so it looks proper.
And Aaron will bow again.
So, Annie, what do you think of our countess?
He's going to disregard the use of a familiar nickname and look at you and sort of look at you. I did not honestly expect her to be here.
Why not? You think I'm not famous enough?
No. I don't want to insult you in that way. Of course, she would be here. You aided in the adoption of the recent legislation, didn't you?
I aided in the adoption, yes. Me and Maven, Countess Maven, go a long way back there. I could genuinely say that I couldn't be more happy for her to be our countess. And Ryder's actually not kind of got his like sardonic smirk on here. Did you know Donna here used to be her squire?
Donna
True.
will give Anirin kind of a more genuine, nicer smile than the, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Interesting.
Well, she was only a dame then. But I realized that she and I shared some interests, and she was a very good person to learn from.
He nods.
That was actually before I was even an Ilunid.
To be honest, I'm still adjusting to the city.
Oh, you mean the accent? It's okay. You'll get over it. Coffee means coffee.
Donna mutters something under her breath in a language neither one of you know.
Out of character. Fuck you.
Yeah, Donna will look at him and Aaron again and just be like, really? Like I said, you just need to learn how to ignore him.
Also, the confusing thing about every pizza place serving New York's best pizza, they're just saying that.
Yeah, there's really only one. That's the one that serves the cricket pizza. It's in Manhattan. I'll take you sometime.
No, it's Louis near Wall Street.
No. If they don't offer crickets, it's not the best.
Crickets.
She nods. And then shakes her head. Because that was phrased as kind of a question.
No, that isn't really what I'm talking about. Just in general, where I come from, nobles, at least the higher nobles, don't tend to have such of an involvement with others.
Well, that seems to be what they're trying to stop, isn't it?
I can see. I can see the benefits of halting it, surely.
Are you referring to your surprise at seeing Countess Maven here?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
okay, so that's all you're referring to? Okay.
Yes.
Well, there is sort of a long connection between Ryder and her from before she was even Countess. Did you know that she was never a Baroness? She went directly from Dame to Countess.
Quite the rising star. Clearly, she was well supported by her friends.
Robert,
Yes.
there's a couple of examples of people who rises like a bunch of ranks.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is High King David, who become a knight. Who was like a knight, became a king.
Right. Still, it's a bit of an adjustment process.
It is. I can understand that. Countess Maven is a complex person and very capable of leading this county.
You believe in her?
Did he intend that as a question?
No, a statement.
Okay. Yes, I do. I mean, of course, you have to remember that I'm a little biased. I mean, we're both Ilunans. I was her squire. But if you want my real feeling, yes. I do. I have faith in her. She's going to do good things for this town.
You weren't always, Illuminate.
Hmm?
You weren't always Illuminate, were you?
She's a
Well,
Oh.
I joined about 6 months ago. And she looks like she's pondering. Something like that. After I was made a squire.
I will be right back. Give me a second. Sorry.
No, it's right.
Family stuff real quick.
As Anurin quickly heads off, somebody's entered who he needs to quickly just say hello to. Social niceties and all that. Ryder will turn it on her. You know what? He's the kind of Gwydion I really hate. The kind that seems alright. God damn it.
I mean, I never had a problem with Alquidians. Some of them mean well.
Yeah, I know.
It's not the house I have the problem with.
You don't have a problem with their policies of suppressing the unseelie court?
They're supposed to be a rather fair group. I think some of them perhaps might understand that unseelies are people too.
Well, that's nice of them.
I know.
Yeah.
And Donna will reach up and try to pat his head.
Ryder will allow it, looking benevolently.
She grins up at him and then, moves her hand.
So, what do you think of the place?
Cleans up nice. And I think you need a little bit more of hot pink on that wall over there.
Well,
I can help you repaint.
If you got the paint and a paintbrush,
bring it on. And you got a deal. I will bring it here and I will paint that wall for you.
So tempted to use contracts for on that.
The funny thing is she genuinely means it. She will make plans to come here and do that.
The thing is, I've got a reputation, as fun as that will be.
I'm back.
Everywhere.
Why can't you have a pink wall? We kind of treat it like you walked away for a moment. And then kept coming back. So you come back to her saying, "What's wrong with the pink wall?"
And you're in, back me up here. This place wouldn't look good with a pink wall, would it?
Yes, it would. That one, as she points to like a big wall over there.
I'm rather fond of the color pink, to be honest.
See? Edwin Ryder, I'm bringing the paint.
Ooh. Look, let me settle down, and we can talk about redecorating, okay?
It's just one wall. And I'll even build some little owl perches on it so that my friends can have somewhere to sit.
Yeah, I don't know if the Ravens will be happy about that.
Why? I thought you liked them.
Like,
You seem to like giving them little gifts.
Yeah. I mean, no, I apologize for that.
You did. But I feel that giving a little purchase on your pink wall would be the perfect way to say I'm sorry.
I already said I'm sorry. I'm not apologizing twice.
Yes, but this is proving that you're just how sorry you are.
I don't need to prove how sorry I am.
Actions prove things.
I don't want to prove it. I don't care. Can you see the kind of wordplay these pukas get you into when you're in?
I'm bringing the paint.
They almost equal your wordplay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That sounds like what you say most of the time.
So, this is not a new freehold, then. This was just awarded to you.
Yes, I earned it. Services to the county and all that. It used to belong to another member of my house called Magor the Cruel.
Oh,
Nice
yes.
guy. I don't know why he had that nickname. He barely ever killed anybody.
Barely ever killed anyone.
Yeah, if you'd been at the tournament earlier this year, he did pretty well at that. I think he came second in the joust and maybe first in the melee. I can't remember.
So there are contests in this county.
Oh,
Oh.
absolutely.
Never ever.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe who the wisest person around here is.
Donna, come on. No need to put me on the spot.
I'm not. It's okay. She just grins at him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he won the melee actually, but then he was disqualified because he was like dishonorable or something. I can't remember. Yours truly did pretty well in the melee and the jousting, even if I was only a squire at the time.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Made quite a lot of money there as well, actually.
Money.
Draw.
Money. You know, the stuff you give people for their birthday.
You're going to hold that over my head for quite some time. I can feel it.
Alright, well, I'm doing holding anything over your head.
You may rest assured that Ryder never forgets anything.
I'm like an elephant like that.
You said it, not me. It's the ears. As she kind of, puts her hands behind her ears to make them bigger.
You know I'm sensitive about that. Did Morrigan enter?
No, she is busy.
Oh, okay. I just saw the photo. So.
He's picking.
I'm just like choosing who should I bring.
So anyway, Niren, what little tasks have you been awarded? All us nobles have got to pull together. I'd be happy to help you with anything, as long as it doesn't run either counter to my interests or I find it boring.
Well, several of the commoners that have been put under my charge already seem to have personal difficulties.
It's almost like they're real people.
I know.
Well, how scary is that?
Quite, actually. I don't want to disappoint them. And he says that with the straightest fucking face.
Oh yeah. No, she just looks at him and she's like, well, honestly, I mean, commoners. I mean, Squire and I used to Squire. Ugh. The writer and I both used to be, and I can tell you from our point of view that as long as someone is sincere and trying, I think we're pretty good.
Don't listen to her. Give them things. Give them what they want, and they will like you. That's how people work.
I wonder who's Seely here, as she looks at Ryder.
An individual in a black armor actually starts walking. And people starts to whisper to each other.
Ryder sees him,
Yeah.
smiles, and will walk towards him.
Donna waves at him happily.
Anyway, can you roll me intelligence politics, please?
Of course, sir.
I totally see why you'd bring him, actually, since he actually gets along with both of our characters.
Intelligence. You said intelligence.
Good old politics.
Yep. Just double checking. That is 4 dice. No, change the place roller.
This is one of those times you actually want to know who this guy is.
Yeah, I know. I figured. Oh, I'll take those 4 successes.
Sir Detlef von der Eretine, because there's only one guy who wears a black armor with a black lion statue and a falcon hand.
Falcon hand.
It's a banner house. He's a member of a banner house. At least he was. He is the son of the current regent of the Concordia, Lord Titus won that edit team. Now, here's the problem. Lord Titus is a Flaming Falcon. Sir Detlef is an Oathbreaker.
And Donna and Ryder look happy to see him.
Yes. A lot of people doesn't, though. Like, the room kind of, some people start getting whispers around, and then, like, you saw him, you know who the guy is.
Donna would not have walked away from, any urine. That's kind of rude. So she just looks at him and she's like, would you like to be introduced to him? He's a friend of mine.
And he just kind of looks at you for a second with bug eyes.
She's watching your reaction really closely. Honestly, she is.
Yeah,
It's just an introduction.
Any roll me perception alerts at something.
Okay. Perception. Perception. Alerts 2.
Mm-hmm.
D20. 4 successes.
Both of the Arcadian and the Autumn She has a birthright called Noble Bearing.
Mm-hmm.
They carry quite dignity. When they enter a room, they look like dignified leaders. You have that merit as well, like not merit, but like you have like it's not a merit as a like a mechanical thing, but like you have that feeling of entering a room and owning that room with your presence. Detlef doesn't have that.
Detlef does not have noble bearing.
No, there is mud on his boots. You can roll me intelligence Greymare if you want to.
Intelligence Greymare?
Yep.
All right. One success.
I mean, he's an Oathbreaker. There's some way to be punished. There are a bunch of ways to be punished by the dreaming.
Would my four successes in politics tell me why he's an earthbreaker?
It's not very known. He betrayed his liege in a common rebellion. He killed his liege. Actually, no, he didn't kill his liege. It seems he betrayed him.
He didn't follow the orders.
No, that's not something that he would know. Or
okay.
He betrayed his liege in a commoner rebellion.
Yes.
Any particular commoner rebellion that I can think of, or
it is a common rebellion that shut down after some time by the duchy. It was like an old one, but he actually smiles to see Ryder, and he says, "Sir Ryder, it is a pleasure to see you again."
Ryder will say quite loudly so that everyone can really hear, "Sir Detlef, you are always welcome in my freehold. An honor. Please let me bring you a drink. How's the old war wound?"
It is quite fine. Thanks to Dame Donna and you, I actually find myself requested in the war effort. But war effort is strange.
Any urine isn't peeking over Dame Donna's shoulder, but it certainly looks that way.
I'm just going to say it's hard not to peek over her shoulder. She's 4'8".
She's short.
So you're peeking over her head.
Right, but it
Right.
doesn't look that way. It just looks like he's watching normally, but like there's
Yeah,
definitely that vibe going on.
well, she's very clearly waiting for you to respond to her question.
Yes.
She smiles, and she'll actually take his arm if he allows it, and kind of start to walk over towards him. And yeah, she'll grin at Detlef as she's walking over.
Dame Donna, it is a pleasure to see you.
Same to you, Sir Detlef. May I introduce Squire Anagurin? Nee Gwydion? Or not Nee. I'm so used to saying Nee for her. Ep Gwydion?
Storm Spears has been holding the code of the Red Branch for generations now. It is a pleasure to meet with you, Squire Anagurin.
Yes. Of course. I hadn't realized that someone of your shit. Fuck you. I hadn't realized that I hadn't realized that you had possibly known my gracious host.
I do stay at the barony of Staten Island, and I have been working for Sir Ryder, even when he was a squire.
We fought side by side against the vicious Thalain attack on Queens.
By the way, like, this guy is a knight, but he says I worked for a squire.
How are things over at the library?
Geneva's fine. She is quite happy with Bruma.
Is she indeed?
She is, as far as I can see.
That's
But,
some very interesting news, actually. I'll have to check in with her soon. We should have tea.
I agree. It seems that the Knight Commander has found one of those Talanes who were leading.
Which one?
It has this strange mask. At least the Talane had a strange mask. It was a Xavertal.
The pretty ones.
I don't know. I didn't consider the person pretty.
Didn't know Thalanes were your type, Donna.
Sure.
Oh, yes. All of them are my type, clearly.
The Knight Commander has gave us some orders, and then he left to that Severtal.
So what has happened to this Severtal? Whatever. What happened to him?
He's left as a example.
Ew. You know, sometimes we're really archaic. You know that, right?
What do you mean?
Oh, so you did say that the Severtal was dead, right?
Yes, and then I said it was left as an example.
Right. Just like, it's something that, like, kings in the old days would do, is like leave dead bodies lying around as an example of what might happen. Just ew.
It is Knight Commander's orders that I followed.
Of course, I don't blame you.
But you are blaming somebody.
Indeed. Can we not make a point some other way?
I think it's quite an effective point. It tells the Thalane, if you come to our lands, you may not go without the rest of your head.
Or it might come off as, depend if you listen to other things that are going on. If you come to our lands, we're going to hug you and sing Kumbaya.
The Knight Commander seems effective. One of the leaders have been killed, but I
Which is
don't
props
know
to
what
him.
to think. To her, I presume. I think Knight Commander Morgan has said that she is a she.
She's not a she, if that
No,
makes you feel any better.
I think she is a she.
You mean Knight Commander is?
Yes.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh yeah, Morgan left the body with still a couple soldiers as an example. They hanged them to the trees.
Make sure to let me know where that's at so I can avoid it.
Ryder's been quiet for a moment, and then he's going to say, I obviously hugely support the Knight Commander in her war efforts, but upon reconsideration, I will agree with Dame Donna. Do we need to be so brutal? Do we need to act in such a harsh way towards the Thalane? It is not a question I have the answer to. But I do wonder if we are not sullying our own hands.
See, for me, it's not even so much that. I think you may have misinterpreted me a little bit. I don't object that the Thalane was killed. It's more the objection of leaving the body out so that they smell up the place and they look disgusting.
Oh, so you weren't being remotely merciful.
I mean, obviously, I'm also always merciful, but I admit to a little confusion in that area. Only because I know there are, like, children. At least I assume there are children. Who really wants to kill a kid?
Let's ignore that part. Oh, see, there is no kids. This is Alawat. Thank
Okay,
you.
well then she'll say childlings, which is not necessarily a kid.
Exactly.
There are childlings. Should we be killing a childling?
They are Thalane, but I understand what you mean. However, shall we not talk politics?
But
do this
you're
thing.
having a party with nobles at it. What else are we going to talk about? The cake recipe?
Anna Yurden's eyes have been following this conversation like a ping pong ball match. And he's just been very quiet.
We have 3 knights there having a political discussion, rather openly, actually. So,
Yeah.
How rude of us, Aniurin. We've not included you in the conversation. What are your opinions on the massacring and displaying the bodies of prisoners?
Fuck you, Rob.
your silence would have been noticeable. Let's be real.
That's very true.
You don't have to agree with us. We're just curious what you think.
Do you prefer heads on spikes or flaying?
Or maybe just a nice notice of saying what happens to Thalane who come here. And the body's properly buried.
I will be honest with you. The Flaming Falcons believe that the Knight Commander's actions in showing the deaths of the Thalane are somewhat extreme. As for my personal belief, I believe that we are at war. And childlings or not, the Thalain would not give ours the chance, given the opportunity.
Well, thank you for letting us know that, Urin. It's a pity that the Flaming Falcon don't be as supportive of the war effort as we all thought they were.
They are supportive. After all, they have allowed me to openly serve the Knight Commander.
Allowed you to serve the Knight Commander? She commands our county's forces. They haven't allowed you to do it. You should be doing it.
You misinterpret what I say. They allow me to do it outside of also serving with Jare. I am allowed operate on I'm allowed to operate without first consulting Jared as my knight.
So you're saying that he allows you to think for yourself?
Correct.
Fascinating.
You know, I didn't see Bruma, Carfia, Jerrig, and Portios at the front because Morgan orders them to remain at the back.
So you're saying that they enter?
I say that the Morgan, the Knight Commander, tells them to remain at the Freehold and defend at the Freehold while she goes and hunts at Helene.
I, however, am under no compunction. I may battle the Thalain where they are. And that is what I meant to say. I'm still new to this.
New to what? Speaking?
Politics, I think.
Oh, there's no politics here. I wouldn't have it.
Oh, right.
That was absolutely politics, and you know it was.
See, this is what you need to learn, that you can't point out if someone's doing politics, because then they will just point out you're doing politics and the whole thing falls down. It's a game. And if you're playing the game, you don't acknowledge the game.
You are so annoying sometimes. She just looks at him.
Where is that drink?
Anurian, if you may, can I just try something?
Yes.
Do a flip. And Ryder looks at you very intently. I didn't think it would. Sorry, continue.
There's a glare in his eye that clearly says, fuck you.
You bully squires all the time, Ryder?
Not all the time. And it's not bullying. It's character building.
No, it is bullying.
It's all fun and games, isn't it, Anurian? You're okay with it?
There is a difference between having fun and intentionally being harmful.
Have I been harmful?
Do you want my answer?
I'm here at a party having fun with my friends. I do apologize if I've offended anybody.
I think you should stop lying. You don't care if you offend me.
Nor do I think you really mind if you offend me. Because you believe that you can beat me.
Beat you in what?
Should I do the normal Gwydion thing of demanding satisfaction?
A few more drinks, maybe, but
Oh dear. Well, this does sound sort of entertaining.
I don't think we need any dissatisfaction.
That's a nice ground. That's really nice ground right there.
We don't need any satisfactions demanding and all that jazz. Hopefully.
It's good that there is a man of sense among this group. As she looks to Detlef.
I'm just okay.
She
We're-
actually wasn't
we're-
trying to offend you, but it just yeah.
No, I know, but I'm like, so we're just ignoring that innuendo. Yeah.
Anna Urin, who are you two? Who is your knight?
Sir Jarek.
Ah, very nice. Would you like to roll perception empathy?
Right?
Would you like
Yeah,
to roll perception empathy?
Yeah, perception empathy, absolutely.
Go for it.
It is going to be 5 dice. And apparently that's a botch.
He thinks Sir Jerick is the best Gwydion knight ever, and he thinks he idealizes him.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ. I've been rolling awesome all night. I get that one.
I have a thing to do at the Queen's, therefore I will leave. So Ryder, it was really a pleasure to be here, and hopefully we will see you more in the war effort.
of course.
Dame Donna?
Sir Detlef. Yeah, let Genevieve know that if you see her before I do, which you probably will. Just let her know that I said hi.
He nods, and he nods to Squire Enerin.
Squaring squaring unit. Blah blah blah.
Squarian. We'll call him Squarian.
Squarian. Anna Urine is looking at the ground, and when he goes to leave, like right before he goes to leave, Anna Urine's head pops up and goes, "Can we please spar sometime?"
Donna just starts laughing because that was the cutest thing ever.
To the Detlef who won the tournament,
Absolutely, that's why it's funny.
he slowly turns and says, "Oh, I would be very happy to spar." He says it like he is surprised that someone wants to spar with him. But I think your betters may not like it.
I mean, to learn, and he sort of writes himself as he returns to not being so much fanboy, and looks at Detlef and says, "It is a poor knight who does not learn from everyone that is around him."
Detlef thinks for a second. And then says, I always believe it is the actions always prove why words mean nothing sometimes. But in our society, words are important. And associating with me as a squire may bring you trouble, but I won't say no. It is your choice after all.
He nods.
And he nods at the everyone again. Then probably goes towards the barons and all the not the barons. There's only one baron and the baroness. To them, nodding and maybe drinking before he leaves. But wherever he goes, like people actually leaves. Like when he goes near the baron and the baroness, they ignore him. And then he gets the cue, goes away, gets a drink. Whenever he goes near the drink, there was a commoner there, and a commoner slowly leaves and goes away. But then he leaves.
Oh, you
Why
made a
was he
friend in
disqualified? What was that?
You've made a friend.
There's more to him than what his reputation says.
I like him. Honor is a lie. He is a good warrior and he gets the job done. And he wasn't disqualified. It was Magor who was disqualified. He won. Due to Magor's disqualification.
I still fail to see. I suppose you're right.
I often am.
But don't be surprised if your knight may not exactly approve.
I'll tell you what, Anurian. For a small, I owe you one favor. You could train with Detlef here. There are no prying eyes. Then your superiors won't know.
He nods and thank you. Truly.
And we can work out what you owe me later. Don't worry about it.
You said for
Donna actually looks slightly disappointed, but then quickly kind of hides that. Disappointed as she's looking towards Aniurn, but just sort of hides that after like a second.
what?
Huh? Oh, see, I have no idea how to lie to the question what.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Donna doesn't like that you'd be lying. She thinks it would be better if you stick it to your superiors.
Oh yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking.
See?
Except I'm really not about sticking it to superiors so much necessarily. Do you want,
Are you?
Squire, do you want to know what I think? Or do you just want to go on with your day? Because I'm not your knight.
I would very much like to know what you think, but I am unsure as to how to ask that properly.
Talk to him. He's started to figure out how to deal with Puka. Listen. And she's going to kind of tilt her head up and move maybe just an inch closer. Just the idea that she's clearly speaking to him, although obviously she knows that Ryder can hear. If you're going to give him a chance, don't hide it. You should never do anything that, well, not ever, but you shouldn't lead him on like that. It's not, I mean, I know that this isn't a romantic thing, but like at the same time,
What?
Would you let me finish? She's like, look, he's a good man. You don't know that for sure, and that's fine. But I don't see why you should have to hide your connection to him. If you're going to just spar with him, it's literally just sparring. I think whatever you do like that, you should be willing to stand up and say, I did this. At least that's what I think Gwydions would expect.
I wasn't looking to hide it.
Then what would you have done it here for?
Because then he would also be in the company of another master swordsman, Donna?
That isn't even what he was thinking. But good try, Ryder.
I mean, I wasn't honestly looking to hide it. My bar, the Crooked Feather, has a basement. It's perfectly suitable to spar in.
Oh, forgive me. I thought you said that you agreed to his offer to do it here so that nobody would have to know about it. Because that's what he
Also,
said.
Instead of on top of a mountain in front of the city, you would do it in a basement. Much more open.
In terms of public things, it still wouldn't be as private because people would see him come into the place and they would see him going out through whatever door, which is clearly to the back. That's not hiding what you're doing.
If he wants to hide what he's doing because he doesn't want to get shit off his superiors, by the way, Anirin, you will get shit for this. Then do it.
I just think if you think it's right, you should stand for it. That's all. That's my opinion. That's all I was thinking.
I see your point. I do.
It's your life. I mean,
No.
I'm not going to live your life. I for sure would not be a Gwydion.
And is there... No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to travel down that road.
Which road?
I mean, I traveled down a road, and there's a lot of roads around here. Many of them very twisty and windy. Some of them go straight up and drop into a cliff. Or actually go up to a cliff and then drop into a chasm. Is that the kind of road?
No. I'm not going to find a fence where there isn't any expressly meant, is what I mean.
Really?
I wasn't trying to offend anybody. I was just telling you what I thought. Your reasonings are your own.
Look, I understand how my superiors might have problems with me seeing... I can't remember his name now. Fuck!
Detlef.
Detlef.
Sir Detlef.
Sir Detlef. I can understand how my superiors would have a problem with me seeing Sir Detlef. But honestly, his training would help me in the war against the Thalane.
Absolutely. He's very good.
Nearly as good as me.
Right. Nearly as good as you.
And honestly, that is the point for me asking. It has nothing to do with house or oaths or anything other than that.
And I'm
I
quite
know.
sure they will appreciate that. They will see the subtle nuance in your reasoning. Just tell them the heart wants what the heart wants.
Not as squinting up at Ryder at this point, like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to understand why the heart wants what it wants has anything to do with a spar.
Wait, you were talking about romance earlier. Aren't we still on that?
I'm pretty sure it changed.
Oh.
You know, we should make a comedy act, Ryder. I think we'd be quite good at it.
Look,
Absolutely. Punch and Judy.
I'll be Punch, you be Judy.
it has to do with the fact that I've been given it has to do with the fact that I've been allowed to act solely under the orders of the Knight Commander, and not just under the orders of those given to Jarek.
Yeah.
I can frame it in that way. Should they have a problem with it being public, but if they have a problem with it being public, even so, then yes, I will, of course, take Ryder up on his offer to train here. Because I understand, at least the way it's been worded to me, that the issue with the Thalane will need as much resources as possible.
Quite.
That's true.
We keep it at that without me being judged.
Oh, but you don't understand. Me sharing my opinion was not me judging you. However, judging is happening every minute of every day. You see these people around here? Every one of them is wondering who you are, and as soon as they find out, they're judging.
You see, that's why I'm a good friend. I don't judge people. Because I know deep down we're all pieces of shit. We're all self interested, selfish, malicious, cruel, worthless grubs. And that means that I don't, I know that about you, so I don't need to judge you because the rest is just fun and games.
That's not an individual personal insult, so I'm not going to take offense to that.
No, that was just a rather nihilistic outlook on life.
Yeah, it was.
He included himself in it, so.
I might be a little offended, though. I think you know perfectly well that I'm an owl. I am not anything like a slug.
No, Donna's one of the exceptions. Donna's one of the good ones.
Donna smiles because even if he's lying or being stupid, it still sounded nice.
We have another one.
Ah, awesome. Bring it on, DJ.
So for our new visitor, we
Oh,
are
come on in.
we're atop a rocky crag in the middle of Manhattan that stretches out of the buildings and landscapes of the dreaming, and upon a freehold called Winter's Hearth. And there has been a small gathering in kind of the courtyard of which.
I'll be right back while you guys are introducing DJ.
Yeah, they're just catching me up on what's going on.
Indeed. Basically, everybody was invited. He would have told you how to get into his freehold, that was what he was describing. On top of the crag in Manhattan and blah blah blah. Donna's already in, so you can kind of come in. The butler would probably let you in, right, Robbie?
Yep.
Well, then the first thing he would do is look for a familiar face, and seeing Donna, he'll head over in that direction.
Roomy.
He's looking very timid and sheepish as usual.
Remy, come on in. As she grabs his arm and hug him closer.
Hello. He'll give a sort of a bowing nod to his head when addressing her. And how's everything today?
Ryder. Excuse me, Sir Ryder. This is my roommate, Dayland.
Dayland, pleasure to meet you. You've come to my birthday party. Thank you.
Thank you for the invite.
You can leave your gift on the table over there. And Ryder points to a corner of the courtyard where there is no table.
She just shakes her head, looking at him again, you are just the worst, Ryder.
Can you believe him, Dayland, insulting me in my own freehold? And Ryder's going to go and stand next to him and kind of almost create a side thing with Donna.
Wow. On your own home.
Well, I do see just how terribly hurt you are by it.
Absolutely. Heartbroken. And on my birthday as well.
Right. I do still owe you the cricket pizza. Consider that to be your birthday gift.
Hey, what a terrible present. Nearly as bad as Murin's hair. So, Dayland, what do you do?
Whatever I'm told.
Really?
He looks at Donna and smirks.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm not the one who gives him orders. Apparently, I take care of him, though. As she looks at Dayland. I was just informed today.
I just found out myself. Congratulations.
Yeah, I have a bouncing baby troll that's way bigger than me.
Well, right now they have me as the chief engineer for Queens.
Chief engineer. Marvelous.
He is Mr. Science.
Which is a nice, polite way to say I fix catapults.
We like to make people feel needed in Queens.
He kind of laughs at that.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, we like to make people feel needed in Queens.
Well, you have told me how needy you are.
That's funny.
Dalen looked like he was about to say something to that, but then he thought better.
So, what brings you all the way to Manhattan? Aside from my birthday, of course.
Well, actually, I have some business I want to discuss with Dawn in a little while, but she told me to meet her here.
That's funny. I mean, yes, of course you can meet me here. I did say that. But I probably wouldn't discuss business here. Maybe we can do that later.
But of course.
Well,
Besides, we don't want to taint the fun time with business, now do we?
Oh,
business can be
yes.
fun.
So how are you enjoying your birthday so far?
Wonderful. I've been told off for bullying a squire, which I massively resent. Firstly, because that's what they're for.
It's like, When it's like eyebrows goes up, like
Donna opens her mouth and then closes it again. Because she was going to say something there, but realized it would be best not to.
Aside from that, it's going quite excellently. How long have you known Donna?
wow. He looks at her, pushes up his glasses. Probably about 2 years now.
You never told me you had another friend, Donna.
Well, that's because I was trying to protect him from you.
See the way she talks to me, Dalen? So hurtful and cruel. I truly don't deserve it.
The funny thing is that you started it.
Yeah, because I like being cruel. I don't like people being cruel to me.
Well, you can't be one and not expect the other, right?
Why? Why? Why am I a noble? That's what we're for.
Except that you have to deal with other nobles too, right?
Don't ever become a noble, Dalen. It's not as fun as they tell you. You've got all the responsibilities, and now we have commoners to look after, and then you have other snarky nobles.
But it's the best of snark. It's fine.
He just looks at her. Funny.
She grins at him.
I do have an element of respect, though, for Donna. She became a noble by proving her worth and working her way up through the ranks. For the record, Ryder is not a she. He is a pisky, and he has 2 broken and crippled wings behind his back.
Join the club. So does Dalen.
You
Look
have
at
wings as well? We
So-
have like so many winged people. We're the Air Force.
Well, I have to shift, but yes. You can see where she thinks there are wings.
Yes, the Sergeant probably have never seen Dalen before. This is actually how Dalen looks. His wings are rather tattered, offset like that, and he does have the horn, so that's actually a good representation of how he looks.
Ryder looks, he always has a kind of like slightly sardonic smile. His wings are much smaller, kind of like pixie wings, like dragonfly wings, and they are broken and crippled, like destroyed. And yeah, aside from that, he looks reasonably unremarkable.
Dalen's wings, his has like is very much tattered like that. Of course, they don't work.
And we have another
He can-
winged person.
You can
here.
flex them, but you're not going to get any flight out of those at all.
And Dalen has seen Anna Urin's wings.
Yes,
The day he got jealous.
right.
You two make quite the couple, almost baroque. The angel and the
Definitely
demon.
suffers wing envy run around this one.
Who's the angel and who's the demon here? I'm confused.
Ouch. Ouch.
Well, I mean, I'm an angel, but I mean, my wings are definitely don't fall into angelic range, so.
Dalen just looks around.
No, Ryder, we met in college. We helped each other survive some science classes.
So you've saved her life too. Good to hear.
I saved his in return.
Very much so.
See? That's what friends do.
Glad to hear it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to teach the high and mighty Sir Ryder about what friends are like. That's beyond me. I should know better than
I have lots of friends. Look at all these people. Almost none of these people, well, maybe some of them, probably all of them. Okay, yeah, all of them are here because I offered free drinks.
that. And they were curious. I feel curiosity was probably it.
Yeah, exactly. How can that weird little pixie that used to make all jokes now be a freehold owner? I tell you, it's good to own land.
Is it?
Yeah.
They all say
Okay.
that until tax time.
No, you see, the people with land, we're the one that levies the tax. At least if you're doing it right.
Well then.
You've got so many friends everywhere, Donna. I've not even met all of them.
What am I supposed to do? Collect them all up so I can introduce them to you?
You do like collecting people. Look how many chimerical friends you've got.
I mean, honestly, I only went looking for one of them. All the others found me.
That's true. Remember when we got Hedwig? What a good day.
Hey, you got something out of that too.
I admit it was a good day. So Anuri and Dalen. Donna wanted to have a Hedwig Chimera, so we went to this like Harry Potter universe. I'm still not so sure how the dreaming works. And you remember how? So Donna remembers. So we killed half the main characters and just stole their stuff.
Not really.
Well,
He's like, his eyes are wide. He's just like staring at Donna.
Yeah, Donna's like, no.
we killed some of them.
Well, bad guys?
Well, not all those bad guys.
They were all bad guys except for the one you killed.
That was an accident. You cannot prove otherwise.
Whether accident or not, you still did it.
Yeah, but intentions matter.
But I saved Hedwig. As she kind of reaches up to ruffle the feathers on his head. I saved Hedwig. That's what I got. That's what I wanted. And, you know, since he died at that point in the book, Harry didn't need him anymore anyway.
You're such a geek. Anurian, you play computer games, right? You can be friends with Donna.
It's like, wow. I didn't realize that was a thing.
I didn't either. Thank you for informing me. If you'd like, I can.
I had a good time.
Wow.
You must tell me sometime, Dalen, about the adventures you've been on. We don't hear so much about these things.
He's like looking around. Adventures.
Donna just kind of looks at him. She's like, you've been on adventures.
He's like, He's like thinking.
You know that time in a train bathroom?
It's like, so what?
That time in a train bathroom. Don't pretend you're forgetting. I know better.
It's like the train bathroom.
Yeah, you know, trying to learn a little something about a certain item that was underneath a seat.
He's like, that just sounded all shades of wrong.
I mean, that's what they thought too. We got clapped for. They applauded us.
He's like turning colors.
She's just embarrassing the crap out of him and just looks at him, just grinning.
Yeah. Dalen's definitely turning colors because that was just all shades of wrong way that came out. He's like,
What? It's a true story. I'm not even lying.
right about now, I wish you were. You just had to bring that up, didn't you?
Well, it was an adventure, wasn't it?
All that, then some.
Well, then there you go. There's a story that you could tell Ryder and your children in the future, should that ever happen.
Sure. We want to tell them how we came out of the bathroom. Everyone started cheering. I just, yeah. That was not a good thing at all.
What does it matter? They don't know us.
Now I'm starting to see how you got where you are now.
By not caring?
Did someone say something about some free alcohol? I could do some right about now.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. My phone's going off.
Oh, of course. Yeah, my butler Greg will bring you some. What would you like? Wait, let me guess.
He's just looking at you.
I'm thinking a fruity, nice Chardonnay, not too dry. You got you pegged?
I'll take an Irish coffee, please.
And Ryder will call his butler over, and the butler will get you the drink you want. So, how is the war effort in Queens? I've not been able to contribute as much as I normally do. Freehold and all.
Yes, you're very busy being important.
I am important. Aren't I, Dalen? Do you know how important I am?
But of course.
Exactly. See, Dalen gets it. That's respect, Donna.
I'm sorry, I don't. Did you just say respect? Have you been like looking at your like, I don't know, word of the day toilet paper lately?
I offer you the hospitality of my bathroom and you mock my toilet paper choice.
Out of character, really quick. I need to go. Give my sister a ride.
Okay.
Okay, man.
Sorry.
It's okay. You say you stepped away to talk to other people.
Thanks for the
Sorry.
time. It was really fun.
Yep.
See ya.
Yep. Absolutely. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Word of the day toilet paper.
Well, at least that means if it does have the definition on it, I saw it. So, I mean, at least that might mean you know what the word means. That's a good start.
You see how cruelly she lambasts me, again, in my own freehold, breaking the sheet right in front of me, not showing me the respect I deserve as a knighted knight of this county.
And I am a dame to dame of this county.
That does not give you the right to be rude. Simply bad manners.
Right. I really should take some etiquette lessons from you sometime.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. When?
As soon as I get to paint your wall pink.
She also insults my decor.
I'm not insulting your decor. I just think it needs some brightening up.
It's not meant to be bright. It's meant to be ominous.
Well, it's just one wall.
That's one hell of an accent wall.
I know it's going to be hot pink, and I'm going to put like little owl things on there so that they have somewhere to sit when I come visit.
I don't know how you put up with her as a roommate, Dalen. Honestly.
I don't let her decorate my room.
Well, I decorated the room before you had it, but anything you've done since then is all you. I don't typically go in your room. So, yeah. Unless it's the bathroom on a train.
Say that again.
I've already said it like 3 times. Why do I need to say it again?
Because I'm keep hoping you get it.
It isn't rude for me to say things if they're true. I mean, you just admitted to the word of the day toilet paper.
He drinks his drink. Word of the day toilet paper. I think you could probably make some money off of that.
Make some money off it.
Why not?
Because I
There's
have
a lot
no
of.
money.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things people say that they wish they could wipe their ass with.
I kind of like the word perpendicular. Or kerfuffle. That's another good one.
What? What is a kerfuffle?
Well, I think you should Google it.
Well, I think you're making it worse again.
I think I'm not.
This is not Yahtzee. Or Scrabble, I should say.
Well, in Scrabble, if you make up the word, it only counts if nobody catches it.
Well, I think I'm counting it. I think I just caught it.
I don't think you did. Why don't you wait until you can Google and then you tell me? You'll see. Kerfuffle is a real word, and so is perpendicular.
Well, I know perpendicular is.
Anyways, it was time. I'm glad you could come because you should probably meet Ryder anyways.
I am a very important person.
And Dayland is very important to me. As she smiles to Ryder.
That's not the same. So what important tasks do you do in Queens? You make catapults to kill Thelaine.
Basically, if it breaks, they expect me to fix it.
And we're just waiting for your newest invention. You've been telling everybody about it.
It's still under works.
I know.
Ooh, what is it? Tell me.
It's a new type of catapult, actually, believe it or not.
In what way is it new?
Let's just say it created a big bang.
Is it a glitter bomb?
And what the hell is that going to do to anyone besides annoy the hell out of them?
I mean, if it gets in their eyes, it's pretty irritating. Little metal things in your eyes. Ugh.
Donna is an expert on irritating things.
It's true. I am. She doesn't actually sound annoyed by that one at all, by the way.
Well, like you said, she speaks to people.
I am the most truthful Puka you'll ever meet.
So, and he will kindly look for another drink.
You're drinking that really quickly.
He smiles.
Let the man drink if he wants to drink.
I just know his usual habits. And yes, he drinks, but usually it takes more than 3 seconds to drink down a whole glass.
We're at a party. He knows it's my birthday. He's celebrating it.
He looks at Dustin. And why aren't you drinking? It's a party. Is it fun?
Well, yeah, she holds up her drink, which I don't even know what it is. It's whatever they gave her, because if she would have asked for anything, it would have been something horrible anyways.
So, okay, so you have a drink, but you're not drinking.
I'm drinking it. What makes you think I'm not drinking it? See, it's down. It's down a good 2 inches.
And that we call sipping.
Still getting some in my system. Hey, it's his party and I can cry if I want to.
Huh?
Exactly.
Okay, then.
Indubitably.
Well, that's not a kerfuffle.
Well, kerfuffles are definitely better.
So, what are your plans for your birthday other than the party? Do anything special?
Well, I was thinking of riding into No Cathane Land, putting some heads on spikes. Either that or, just a quiet one, some telly.
And he's just looking at you like he's trying to weed through that comment.
I mean, unless. Wait. Dalen, you haven't got a surprise for me, have you?
No, I'm just trying to determine whether or not you're a pooper. He smirks.
He's about as sneaky as any pook I've ever met.
I resent that. I am much sneakier. Go on, if you have got a surprise, you can tell me.
No,
Donna,
actually,
do you put him up to this?
he's looking at Donna.
Donna just shrugs. Like, is what she's doing to Dalen.
What is he talking about? No surprise that I know of.
I won't ruin the surprise and make you reveal it. Well, I'm looking forward to it, though. Give me a clue. Go on.
It may involve strippers.
Gross. Not classy, guys.
Well, there'll be classy strippers. I mean, what's wrong with that?
Frankly, I expected this from Donna, but I expected more from you, Dalen. Disappointed.
Donna, you ruined the surprise. You were more supposed to tell him that you were going to strip for him.
What? I mean,
You ruined the surprise. I'm sorry. She was going to do a strip show for you, and she ruined the surprise.
Well, the thing about this is that Ryder seems to be more interested in men than women, so maybe he'd prefer you anyway.
Dale is just blinking. Huh?
Well, somebody better start taking their clothes off.
Doesn't this sound like more of a private show kind of thing?
I think I hear my mama calling me.
You mean all the way in, like, Ireland? You have extremely good ears.
Yes, I do. He takes another sip of another gulp of his drink.
Well, I'm really trying to have a more classy affair, guys. So next time you organise, that kind of thing, just tell me in advance, and we'll discuss it.
Aye.
So, Dalen, what's your thought on the new declaration by our lovely Countess? I'd love to hear a commoner's opinion. I mean, I've got Donna's, which is close to it. But...
Just as close to it as yours is. Yes, definitely.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I've been kind of wrapped up in my own head here lately. And I'm just finding out that now I have to have a babysitter.
Don't think of it like a babysitter. Think of it as like a feudal overlord.
No.
No.
In this case, I would say it's definitely more. So I would have been helping him anyways because that's what we do. He helps me with stuff, and I help him with stuff. It's cool.
The purpose of the declaration was to connect commoners and nobility together.
Indeed, we were already connected. Lucky us.
I think there could have been a better way about it.
Ooh,
Oh, really?
I want to hear. I want to hear your idea.
I didn't know you were such a politician.
I'm not. Just common sense.
No,
Do go on.
I would love to hear.
I feel that if you're a noble, then you should take responsibility. Period. And I think everyone tends to forget, regardless of what your station is, people are not going to follow you just because you are noble. People are not going to follow you just because you say they should.
No, of course not.
In so many instances, they've just forgotten about the common person. Most of them don't care. They don't realize what the commoners go through on a daily basis because they're too busy up their own asses.
There are nobles like that. Some of them also surround themselves with the wrong people.
So,
You're not a member of the Common Rights Society, perchance, are you?
no. I haven't been here too long, but I have my own opinions. Apparently, my opinions would put me in line with them. But, no.
And what do you say to the nobles who have died defending the lane attacks?
Honestly, I'd say thank you. You did your job.
That's their job.
Well, that's what they claim as being nobles. This is what they're supposed to do.
I mean, it is, if you think about it.
It's what they beat us over the head with all the damn time.
Oh, when was the last time a noble beat you around the head?
Yeah, Donna just looks at him and she's like, wasn't it just yesterday I hit you on the head?
Yeah, actually it was.
Right, yesterday.
Donna, you really are oppressing the proletariat terribly.
Well, he seems to like it. We have a safe word and everything.
Yeah, it's Donna, stop.
I mean, it works pretty well. Also, Donna's stand of the kitchen is also a very good one.
You cook.
I made a very good stew the other day. Yes.
Yet I have no cake.
And
Well,
you should make it for him sometime.
I mean, you're throwing a party. Why didn't you get a cake?
Because it's my birthday. You don't buy your own birthday.
You mean the
cake,
birthday you didn't even
barbarian.
tell anybody about?
Why would I tell people about my birthday?
Because
that's no
we
fun.
might be your friends. We might want to know.
You can't tell people about your own birthday. There's no class to that.
So
you
they're just
can't.
supposed to gossip?
See, that's the difference. Because if they're your friends, they already know you don't have any class. So why not tell them?
If they're your friends, they'd already know it was your birthday.
Well, I guess that means I'm not a friend.
I can't believe you just said that, Donna. I thought we were friends.
Well, I mean, clearly not, because I didn't know it was your birthday.
If you say so.
Well, you're the one who said it.
Can I get another drink, please?
Of course, you don't need to ask.
It's like, no. He's just like lifting his hand out towards whoever has the drinks. Excuse me.
All right.
as you two are going back and forth at each other. Excuse me, can I get another drink, please?
Oh yeah, that's the thing. This is a very normal conversation for these two. Oh my god.
I'm starting to understand that. Like, it's worse than standing between two pukas.
So what do you
Seriously,
think of
though.
my freehold, though?
I think it's great.
I got it by rummaging around up my ass.
Huh?
Ew, we're standing in your shit?
Yeah, he pulled it out of his ass. Apparently.
It's almost as appealing as the Thelaine bodies being left lying around.
Well, there are no war crimes here.
Yet, the drinking has just begun.
You see, we're not at war, so if things happen here, it'll just be regular crimes.
Oh, right. I stand corrected.
And as lord of this freehold, if any regular crimes do happen, I expect you both to report them to me. And I will deal with them accordingly.
What would you do? Take away their beer?
Oh no, I'm not cruel. Then make them drink the Merlot.
I mean, as long as it's not dry Merlot, because that's just the worst.
Wine is liquid. It can't be dry. He's going to look at Dayland like Donna's an idiot.
He like drinks his drink.
This is smart.
When are you opening your freehold, Donna? I hear you have
Soon.
permission.
I just well, there's a couple of things that need to be sorted. I assumed you'd want to help. Dalen too.
Of course, I'd be happy to help.
You are the most helpful, of course.
I am the most helpful, of course.
I know.
And I know you know.
Well, then I guess we all know. Look at that.
But does Dayland know? Do you know Dayland?
He's like, I might know.
He knows. You know, don't you? Yeah.
Why do I feel like I'm in the middle of a kindergarten class?
Welcome to my world.
Over drinking, probably.
Yeah,
No.
sure.
I just need to go hunting for some special guests for the party. That will add a real flair, real ambiance.
Oh, not the strippers, is it? Bloody hell.
I mean, they're only strippers if they were in the story that they were written about, as in that case. And I want to get some chimerical book characters to come. I need to really inspire people.
Ugh. Inspiring such hard work. Make them fear you. It's so much easier.
No, this is a library. It is not about fear.
Libraries can be about fear. Fear.
My
is
library is
making
not
them
about
more-
fear. My library is not about fear, is it, Dayland?
I don't know if I want to be in the middle of this anymore.
Yes, you do. You love it here.
Me and Donna hardly ever come to blows over this sort of thing.
It's true, I've never punched you yet.
It's true you haven't.
Mentally.
It's because I saved your life all those times.
Yes, absolutely. That is totally it.
And I almost never bring it up.
Right. This is the first time today.
It's not. It's the second.
She missed the first one then.
Ryder says that in character.
Oh, well, I guess it just wasn't that important then. Because I didn't think about it. Didn't hear you.
Your life's not that important, you're right.
I guess you must think it is if you've, brought it up twice in one day.
They save pennies too.
Well, those can add up to $1. They're quite important.
You're right. 100 of you would be $1.
Not to my dad. My dad says I'm a princess.
I never said you weren't a princess. Well, gentle folk, fair and noble commoner, I am going to go. Out of character, I need to head off. And,
Yeah. It's late for you.
So if you guys want to continue in another thing, you're happy to use Ryder's place. But I'm going to have to go out of character. But
Okay.
Thank
Yeah, really?
you very much for the scene. I'm sorry if it was completely just Donna and Ryder just trying to win petty, small conversational victories over one another. But that's how they roll. And yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for playing, and I will see you later.